name is Juanessa Wingfield, and I am a student in LTDE 5330. Here is my presentation of how to use Book Creator as a presentation tool. You may be familiar with Book Creator as an app that can be used to create books that can be published online, but you may also use this format as a presentation tool. So I'm going to select a quick sample here. And this is a presentation that I have been creating for an upcoming professional development. I simply on the first page selected new book, and then I chose one of the templates that are available here. Well, these are the blank books, but then there are also templates, and I chose a blank book. I like the landscape book of the comic style. And I think I clicked that kind of quickly, so I'm going to go back and select the landscape comic style book because it allows you to capture multiple items of content on one page. So I'm going to go back to my book because I do have a pre-made sample just in the interest of time. And I have this, as I said, that I'm working on. It is a work in progress. So I'm going to just show you how once I selected plus new book, then I was given a blank slate, a blank area of real estate on which I can add and build content. How did I build that content? I used the item tool and I used the inspector tool. So when I select the item tool, here are options that I can add to my presentation. Media options listed here, images that can be uploaded from my computer or the internet. I can use my webcam for pictures, uh, have a pen tool, text, and I can also record and use my speech to text tool. When using the text tool, because I chose the comic format, it gives me that font, uh, cool type of comic book style font that I can add to my text. I don't have to use it, but it's available. I also have some features down here that you might remember. This reminds me kind of Batman and Robin, if you're old enough to remember those things. But from when I watched it, but uh, Batman and Robin, they would have the onomatopoeia, pow, yay, what, crash. However, you can add things like that to make your presentation more engaging, or you can be a little bit more conservative. And I'll move forward. So I would start or begin my presentation with norms and expected outcomes. So I've used under this item tool this 4-pane window format, and it allowed me to add that. If I wanted to use this 4-pane window format and then add emojis or something from my Google Drive. Maybe I created some graphic in Canva or a GIF, what have you. I'm able to add those items and that content to my presentation. On the next page, if you notice, this background has the comic strip design background. Under the inspector tool, you can select from a wide variety of backgrounds. There are color options, paper options. I'm just going to kind of select them, color options, paper options. I want to move quickly, but not too quickly. Borders, and you just arrow back after you select what you're looking for here on this particular page. So you have all those options where you can add content to your presentation. On the next page, I have changed again my background and added more text. This particular text I used when I selected the text tool. I chose one of the options that I told you about that's more comic book style. Once you select the text box, whichever it is, it will open up a text window for you to type in the information that you want. And if you use the comic style text, it will come out in this format. And if you use regular text, in this format. If you highlight your text box and right click, then you're able to access format options that allow you to make changes and updates and revisions and edits to your text as you choose. Moving forward, then you can also, pardon me, as I said, add, change things up, add the emojis, add jiffies, whatever you like to create your presentation. Once you've completed and you want to kind of review your presentation, if you select pages and go back to the front page, that's the cover of your book, and then select the arrow read to me. So there's an immersive reader here that can read your presentation aloud. And if you want to go through that process of stopping and starting as it explains or reads aloud, you may. I like to just use it to as a presentation tool and use my own words and voice to present. But this is how you can use Book Creator as a presentation tool. As I said in the beginning, I'm going to go back to the library. And here is where you can request an invite code to invite your participants to your library. So this code will not invite participants to the book. It will invite them to this library and they can access that book or whatever other books you have there in your library. Now, something else I want to show you is that these vertical ellipses that are here open up the opportunity here for you to move your presentations from library to library. You can copy the books, combine books, and share books. You can allow students to collaborate and add to your books if they are invited to your library. So, once again, this is a novel idea, but it's a great idea to create more fun and engagement for future presentations using Book Creator as a presentation tool.